Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, disclosed that the various interventions by the ministry in the agricultural sector had injected 309 billion into the economy within 1 year. He added that the interventions had generated about 60,000 jobs in various rural economies. Speaking at the Ministerial Sector Update press brief organized by the Ministry of Information and National Orientation as part of activities to mark the first year in office of the present administration, the minister said the government had aided the launch of dry season farming and cultivation of 118,657 hectares of wheat in 15 states in the acceleration of all year round farming. He said the government had supported 107,429 wheat farmers with inputs resulting in an output of 474,628 metric tons. Kyari stated that in response to the presidential directive, the ministry released 42,000 metric tons of assorted food commodities from the FGN Strategic Food Reserve to NEMA for distribution to vulnerable Nigerians. He said the ministry also procured and distributed 58,500 metric tons of milled rice to all states and the FCT to dampen escalating prices. To further boost food security, Kyari said the ministry had also engaged in the fortification of crops with vitamin A micronutrients to enrich the nutrition content and health value of food commodities. To also boost food self-sufficiency, the ministry disclosed that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had approved the direct purchase of 2,000 tractors from John Deere, an agro-equipment manufacturing company, to support the mechanization of the agricultural sector. The minister explained that the president's intervention came as a result of the inability of John Deere to meet an initial memorandum of understanding it entered into with the federal government last year to assemble in country and supply 10,000 tractors with implements and accessories at 2,000 units yearly due to some challenges beyond their control. Kyari said 500 tractors are already on their way into the country, adding that the government remained committed to ensuring that farmers increase their production. He said the government would also improve agricultural production and food security and boost exports potential.
In response to the presidential directive, we also released for the food security agenda, released to NEMA for onward distribution to the parts of the country to vulnerable population the 42,000 metric tons of assorted food commodities made up of maize, sorghum, millet, and gari from the federal government of Nigeria's Strategic Food Reserve. We also procured and distributed to all states of the Federation, including FCT, 58,500 metric tons of milled rice to dampen escalating prices. These 58,500 was a deliberate tactic that we did not go to the market to buy so as not to stimulate the upward price. So what we did was we had the Rice Processors Association of Nigeria, and they had 23 different millers that from their own stock, without having to go into the market to buy paddy, from their own stock in their reserve to mill the 58,500 metric tons of milled rice. That translated to 1,950 trailers of rice. In addition to our strategy, we also fortified crops with vitamin A micronutrient to enrich nutrition content and health value of food commodities. Nutrition is an issue now, as I'm sure my colleagues from the Federal Ministry of Health would have mentioned. Nutrition today is a very, very serious issue where we have stunted growth and wasted growth that affects the gray matter of especially children of below the ages of 5. The Honorable Minister of Budget and Planning is also a member of the National Council on Nutrition and also the Secretariat of the National Council on Nutrition. So we are also ramping that, and we have been able to do that in the dry season. In response to also the persistent food inflation, the following measures were undertaken to boost production.
Reporting from Nigeria's state capital, Soibifa Jackridge, Top Accolade News.